Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for my client Brett's vlog. And we had a really good week here. Obviously, this is a few days later than most of you expected. It took him, over a week to get this week done. But he had some stuff get in the way, work and other stuff. And that's okay because he's still making gains. And keeping in mind, this is an advanced lifter who is detrained, spent several months with zero lifting. And as I told you guys, he's going to get bigger and stronger real fast because this is a former client. Needed to take a break, didn't train at all, came back. We're building him back up on camera. Keep in mind, he's also pulled over 600 pounds raw. So, yeah, the gains are coming. So this week he got 6 reps on his 1+ on bench. And I believe he got like 6 or close to on everything this week. Right? I think he got it on everything. It was like 5 on squat, 7 on press, 6 on deadlift. Something like that. I need to go back and check the numbers. It'll matter when I program him for his next block. But again, coming in killing it. And I've had a bunch of people say, how is he making gains? You only have him do a few exercises, or like he's doing, the big 4 on the 5-3-1. His only upper body work is pull-ups and arms. It's like, yeah. And I mean, people have these bizarre ideas about what it takes to gain size and strength. Yeah, he's doing a bunch of arm work because, again, he needs arms. And notice his arms are growing. They're a lot bigger this week. You'll notice in the curls and press downs, the gains are coming back. All right. So the question I would have for people, unless you're specifically chasing a certain look and you have lagging delts or whatever, is it that big of a deal? We train our weakest body parts. This is how this works. You do the big lifts, you add the supplemental work to hit the weak links. Okay, so for his upper body, he's doing benching, overhead pressing, and pull-ups. What more do you need? In his case, he needs more arms. So what do you think we do? We do triceps and biceps. It's not a difficult concept. If he needed more pecs, we do more chest pressing or dips, floor pressing or something, right? If you needed more shoulder, we'd be doing upright rows and maybe dumbbell work and stuff for his shoulders. Okay? You train your weak links. You do your supplemental work for your weak links. But benching and pull-ups or benching and rows will build your upper body. Means you got to overhead press also. Like, I'll be honest with you, if you did enough volume and got strong enough on just pull-ups and benching, your upper body's going to be big. Martin Birkin proved that a long time ago, by the way. For you youngsters who forget all this stuff on the internet with his lean gain stuff. So, but we're doing a lot of volume. But he's also deadlifting. Deadlifting builds the back. Same thing with the lower body. What do? We squat, we deadlift. He does belt squats, and he does glute ham raises. Again, people are like, is that enough? Well, his lifts are coming back up. All right, lifts are coming back up. Repping these squats out. He hit PRs on the deadlift. Like, I'm going to need to raise his deadlift training max up quite a bit. I'm going to need to raise all his training maxes this next cycle because he got at least 5 reps on everything this week. So, again, muscle memory is a hell of a thing. But I think what it comes down to, and I explain to a lot of people, you don't need as much training as you think you do once you're getting volume on your big movements. And that's where people are missing in the volume equation. They only look at, a person's only doing a handful of supplemental lifts, but they're not looking at how many sets of squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press, things like that are they doing. In his case, he does 8 sets of those every week, right? We do 8 sets of each of the big 4. And one of them is an all-out peak heavy set. And the rest is, ramping or volume for hypertrophy. You'd get big doing nothing but that. Like, to be fair, a lot of you younger guys who are starting, if you came in and did nothing but that, you'd gain tons of muscle. He's more advanced. We have weak links, right? But notice his legs are getting thicker, right? He's doing the belt squats there. We have a side view. Quads and everything are getting thicker because they need to. We've got to bring all that up. Got to bring his legs up. So again, the belt squat. That's his main squat supplemental lift. Right? If he needed other muscles or something, I might have him do a good morning. But in his case, he needs more leg. He needs way more quad and adductor. So that's what we're working. We're using the belt squat. You know, if he needed something else, like I said, we'd do good mornings, or we'd even do Romanian deadlifts or glute bridges or whatever. Do what we need to do. Press went really good though. He got 7 reps this week on his 1+ set. Again, strength coming up. See a little bit of V-taper there when he puts the belt on. His overhead press is coming up. He's always been a good presser though. All right, he's always been a good presser. And I think this is, how much weight is this? This is like 175 pounds. Yeah, so he got it for 7 reps. 175 for 7. Because again, 95% training max. All right, he can press over 200 pounds again. You could do the math on it, 7 reps of 175. He's back to pressing over 200. I'll have him up at a 225 press in 7 to 8 weeks. He'll be able to press 2 plates if we were to actually test it. We don't need to. We can base it off of 3s and 5s and stuff. You know, he comes in and does 200 for 3, then you know that he can do it. But you know, a couple more training cycles, he'll be there. Deadlifts, same thing. Had a great deadlift week. He ended up getting 6 reps. Now our training max is very conservative. Again, we need to start raising it up. I've been doing his training max at 500, which is 90% of what he was pulling. Again, I had him back up at 550 when we tested it, when we started this whole thing the week before we started doing these vlogs. So I've been running it at 90%. So people wonder, you know, with the training maxes, they always pull that, oh, if your guys' training maxes are this low, it's like, that's not their maxes. He was at 550 again already. You can do his math off of some of this stuff now, all right? Because he just pulled like 475 for 6. So his max isn't 500. That's how we do the training maxes. They're conservative. They're not your true maxes, right? They're not your true maxes. Yeah, that is what he just pulled. He just pulled 475 for 6. We're getting pretty respectable again, right? We're getting real respectable. We're getting close to being able to rep 500 again. If you can do 475 for 6, we're close to doing 500 for 5. So we're moving back towards a 600 deadlift now. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get him there. We'll get him there. We'll get him to 700. That was our original goal we were moving towards when he had to take several months off from training. But there we go. Nice, strong looking guy. You can tell he lifts. And then, of course, we finish off with volume work on the deadlift, 5x10. And then he does glute ham raises because we need more hamstring, right? His lower body limits everything. His back and everything is strong. You watched his pull-ups. You've seen what he can strict press. We know his back and everything is good. He's limited by lower body in general. So for the deadlifts, we need hamstrings. So what does that mean? It means we hammer the glute ham raises, and that's how we finish up his week. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.